Welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking. New intro, tight shit. Might be a new era. We'll see. Anyways, today we have Born Again episode 3. Not gonna yap too much today. It's late as and I gotta wake up early to watch Mario. Let's get started. Episode 2 came out as well, and it was fine, but there's not that much to talk about. Well, there's like not nothing, but it's like, yeah. So we're skipping to episode 3. The last episode ends with Matt defending Josie from getting arrested from AVTF, and then Miss Karen Castle takes one of the officers hostage, but like on some fire shit though. Karen genuinely just be doing shit. Like a hostage is crazy, but she's fire. Good shit, Karen. All right, so Matt and Karen interrogate the soldier, and Matt immediately knows he's telling the truth, but he keeps pressing, bro, which is like low-key valid because all the AVTF are lame as I know this guy's on their side, but I don't really care. Bro could get yelled at a little bit. Take that vest off, gang. We jump to Heather, who is severely going through it. Like, this woman is going through a lot. And she's staring at the Muse mask on some eerie shit. I don't know what she's on, but I think it's alluding to her becoming Muse to some capacity. So that'll be fire, but we'll see. She then has a conversation with Kirsten, who is low-key beefing with her because of her evaluation on swordsman from episode 1. And she starts saying how she's a victim of vigilantes firsthand, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, she's super anti-vigilante and she thinks Fisk is doing a good job, or at least is saying Fisk is doing a good job. So she doing what she gotta do to put these boys behind bars. That's tough. Kirsten goes to meet Swordsmaster for like legal consultation, but it's super secretive. Like they're blindfolding her and shit. It's a lot. They're doing the most. They get to have their consultation and they talk about how cooked the legal system is. Basically saying like evidence doesn't even matter anymore. Like on some made up shit though, like on some fictional shit. Karen and Matt start asking some real ass questions like where's Frank Castle, like what, I feel like we might need the Punisher, like, yeah. But Karen is overly asking like she really needs bro back, and then Matt low-key gets jealous a little bit, not for real but like a little bit.
He's always been there for me, for us before, so. Well, you're saying you want his help? Well, I mean, he is effective.
Like the head scratch, that shit blew bro a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, the takeaway from the scene is that Karen is starting to lean more so pro killing, at least against Fisk. Like not everyone, but Fisk for sure. And Matt obviously is still strongly against killing. So they're kind of like, they're not arguing, but they're talking about that for sure. Fisk has a meeting with the governor, who is pressing him because a document is leaked to her from Karen talking about another port he's interested in, and basically like the legal implications of what he's doing if he's involved financially, this, that, and the third. Basically, she says, you're tripping, and she is not supporting the shenanigans. Fisk is a little upset about this. We then get a scene with Buck and Daniel, who low-key become besties. Like, they low-key become besties. And then Buck gets mad serious because of the fake fist that BB was doing, and then they're not besties anymore. Speaking of fake Fisk, we get another segment. This time, she's talking about swordsmen and the prison camp Fisk has, low-key exposing the out of bro. Good shit. We immediately go into Swordsman's trial, where I just want to note there's a strong emphasis on this lady. I don't know if this was just a way to transition between scenes, or show the chaos in the courtroom, or give us insight on the other side of the courtroom, but we start the scene from her POV, which I thought was interesting. Okay, so for the courtroom scene, long story short, really like a long story short, they have their trial, they go back and forth. He's guilty. He's not guilty. They do a little sidebar recess thing. Kirsten tells the judge this is unfair. She had no time to prepare because the other side was withholding information, like being shady and shit. And the judge doesn't give a f. Swordsman is cooked and he loses his trial. GG's. We jump to Vanessa, who I want to say is going through some shit. Episode 2, she was having nightmares about Dex killing her and just feeling like his presence near her, like feeling his aura type shit. So she's been trying to get Fisk to move away, asking if they could go back to their island and such, telling him they can be comfortable with a normal life, etc. Like she's tired of this shit. She is not on a good vibe. But her and Fisk are hosting a party celebrating their court win, so she got a mask and put on a good appearance. She has a conversation with Heather, and Vanessa tells her that she sat Heather next to Buck on some matchmaker shit. Heather and Buck have like a psychology riz off. I don't know. On the port we talked about earlier, the workers that are like unknowingly hired by Fisk. Well, I don't know if they're like unknowingly. I just assume they don't know directly who hired them. Anyways, they ask if they could sleep at home because they miss their families, some normal shit. And the head AVTF dude says no. So they have to stay on the port. Surely they'll be okay. Kirsten is getting lit, but on some sad shit because she lost her court case. And coincidentally, Matt, or should I say Daredevil, comes to speak to her to find out how to get to where she spoke to Swordsman at. Because even though she had that blindfold thing, she's able to remember sound details that ultimately allow him to get back to where she was. On some swaggy shit though, Daredevil really tough. Give my goat some credit. Now, for the next 5 minutes, we get some truly generational Daredevil action. Matt opens the door, immediately on that. Bang, bang, we on the floor with it. Bang, spin kick, that arm, go to sleep, pose. Like, you cannot tell me Matt Murdock do not got swag. Why is he aura farming mid-fight? It is that serious too, my goat. Also, we see the black starting to chip off and the red is coming through. Peak. Okay, so Matt starts locking into different sounds around him. And remember that watch from episode 1? He's able to hear the tick and locate all the weapons on the ship. However, as he finds the weapons, he starts to hear the heartbeats of everyone around him in the cages. So he goes to free them, obviously. Matt starts freeing everybody. Swordsman's free. Everybody's free. They're helping each other. Matt gives Swordsman a metal bar, so he has like a micro sword. Like, everything's coming together. This is a prison break. But just like that, the guards spawn in and it's no longer smooth sailing. GG's. Matt's not going for it. That boy is not pulling no punches. Like, genuinely, it cannot be that serious. But it low-key is though. Throwing the out of that baton. I gotta be honest, bro, there is no way he wakes up the same person. Do you see how hard he threw that shit? Swordsman is moving with that little ass bar. Like, dead moving, and he don't got a real sword. I'm trying to see what he could do with an actual sword. Matt is still beating their asses, directing people to run away. That boy the quarterback for real. Just being goated, I don't know. We seamlessly go back and forth between Matt and Swordsman. Shit is very fluid, very gorgeous. It's so hard. Matt breaks the out of this guy's leg, like fully turned his shit around, probably never walking again. It can't be that deep, but it is though. Matt hears the AVTF say to start using lethal force, so Matt ultra locks in, starts using his environment on some Mortal Kombat shit, cross map sniping with the metal bar. I'm telling you, that boy a quarterback. He looking on some bullseye shit too, I'm seeing it. And just like that, all AVTF is down. Light work. That's bag talk. Karen sees somebody sneaking around by her. You know, she never scared of nothing for us. She go investigate that. And it turns out to be Angela, the niece of White Tiger, if you don't remember. Her aunt was taken by AVTF in episode 2, and she's here to try to get her back. Remember, she has the White Tiger amulet as well, so she's like in that mode. Anyway, she was able to steal some comms, low-key clutch, so Karen immediately gets on those. Matt and the prisoners managed to get outside finally, but there are AVTF soldiers waiting for them, so it might be GG's. It is not GG's, because Angela and Karen pull up in a big-ass armored car, and the prisoners get in it to escape. Matt cleans up the last couple officers by them. Karen shoots one of them, like she's really on that this episode. She itching to kill somebody. And with all the prisoners on board and Swordsman in the driver's seat, they drive off, successfully escaping. Matt and Karen also get the out of there. The head AVTF officer calls Fisk to let him know what happened. He said, "Hey boss, I ain't even gonna lie, that boy us up. There's not much to say." And then Fisk says, "You know what you have to do," which I don't really like the sound of, because the last time that happened, they sank the whole ass ship. So I don't know if they're gonna do that again. I don't really know what they're on. Wait, aren't those workers still on the? Yeah, GG's, they're dead as. The entire ship gets blown up. It sinks. They all die. And Matt hears it all. Fucking insane. This episode is tough, man. The whole episode in general was good, but everything after Matt going to visit Kirsten and getting the drop on Kingpin's prison camp was peak. Great action, great choreography. Swordsman and Daredevil is not a duo I knew I needed, but that shit is tough. Need more of that. All the reviewers on Twitter keep saying this episode is where the season starts to pick up, and from this point it doesn't stop. And if that's the case, I'm very excited to see where it goes. This shit was fire. That being said, that's all for today. We're already almost halfway through Born Again season 2. Since we got a 2-episode drop this week, next week is already gonna be our midway point, so we're flying through this shit, but I cannot complain. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. Do you feel like season 2 is a step up from season 1? Or is Born Again just not for you? So far, I'm having a great time with season 2. Very pleased with what I'm seeing. Truly cannot complain. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated and it helps a lot. And yeah, that's all for today. This has been Double Creature. Bye.